Hello,
Hello.
and welcome back once again to Strange Hungers. Last we left off. Oh my god, y'all. There's a crazy underground area in this lake. Dude. Not my normal recap. Sorry, I'm just excited. As we left off, the Fulcrum Expedition explored more of the town surrounding the Ferris refinery, purchased new items from the marketplace that sprung up around this small town and the factory, replacing many of their lost goods, repairing the sled that was injured in a battle with some toxic oozes spurned from the use of magic near this strange black oil found in the Valkyrie Wastes. And towards the end of the evening, after a conversation occurred between Neve and Oesh involving an apology, a reconciliation, and some magic lessons, the rest of the expedition made their way to the steaming lake around the refinery and descended into the lair of the Grin, a notable guild, community service-oriented, community aid-oriented guild of trading, where much of the party, Matthias, Kiara, Novel, Tazriel, Vice, encountered some new friends, potential allies, and learned more about the work situation here in the refinery town, the exploitation, as well as the difficult working conditions of this area. Having talked to the leader of the Grin, Morn, we left off with Novel encountering a nerdy librarian of some sort, a studier, a researcher interested in architecture, who guided them outside on a walk in the cool evening, and unbeknownst to our barbarian, into the jaws of the leaders of the Ferris refinery, who decided to offer Novel a job they could not refuse.
Offer.
Now, we leave off with the rest of you enjoying your evening here in the Lair of the Grin. It is probably around 8 p.m. or so. Before we return there, though, I want to return to Awaish. We'll begin with you. You are still conducting this magic lesson with Neve, and I want to know what kind of things you're teaching her. What are you going over together? What are you focusing on?
Sure. So I think actually the lesson would have started with a little bit of an interrogation, not in a negative way, but in a trying to figure out exactly where Neve felt the most comfortable expressing magic. Asking some probing questions about where she felt like it came from, how she felt like she sourced it, what made it come most naturally. And then after that, they're staying pretty far away from actually practicing magic here because it can be pretty dangerous from what Awaish has surmised, both in terms of people catching it and in terms of people getting blowed up. So I think Awaish is teaching about something that they don't have a lot of expertise in, but they do know of it, which is conducting magic through combat-based items, talking about the theory of that.
Interesting. Okay, will you give me an Arcana check, please?
Sure. What is my Arcana, and where are my dice?
I just realized I don't have any dice.
That's because they're all over here.
All of my
you
dice.
gotta come get them. You left them over here from when you were streaming in here.
Well,
hang on.
I will do that in a moment.
Okay. I won't have dice. Then we'll all be fucked. That's a price I'm willing to pay. Okay. Come on,
Tell me about
Arcana.
your magic score, wizard man.
29.
29. Okay. Awaish, back in your days at the underwater academy that you attended, there were a number of professors as well as students who train in combat-based magics from clerics, especially with a focus on Seer, those in training to become Asheth, who often use combat-based magics, prowess, etc. I think you might find their magic falling more under the Tempest or War domains in general, that kind of study. But you also are familiar, especially due to the Knight group that in the atolls where you grew up, who conduct among themselves with a type of magic known as blade singing. Especially with that High-Even Arcana check, I do think that on Yokul, where you grew up, there was a small outposting of these knights who are known for wearing very colorful attire as well as sort of stained glass looking armor. And they have trained in something called the Blade Song, which allows you to imbue your weapons with kind of a magical proficiency to them. So I think talking with Neve and her experience, you've already gauged this a little bit, but most of the magic that she's been exposed to previously does come in the form of divinity and divine magic, and it is initially where her interest lies, but is not something that I think you can really give her any grasp over or teach her in. It's something that is kind of foreign, even with your family. They are not necessarily high magic users. So I think this idea of the Blade Song, although you haven't studied it, seemed like it might be the most natural for what Neve is enjoying.
Sure. And I will say that even with this high roll, I am very willing to say that although Oasia's seen this, I don't think that they have any kind of... They can only take Neve so far, and then after that, she probably has to start figuring shit out for herself, because it's not Oasia's type of magic.
Yes. The group that you think, again, this is kind of in the future, that Neve might be able to receive the most training from, would be these iridescent paragons, who are the knights of the atolls.
Okay.
If that's something that she ends up pursuing.
Yeah. Oasia's just doing the mental math of the amount of favors they'd have to call in to not just get stabbed.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the type of magic that uses blades like this?
I haven't studied it, and I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen soldiers with glowing weapons and swords, and I've seen them protect people with that magic.
Oasia's in no way an illusionist, which is such a shame.
You are friendly with an illusionist.
They're not here, though. Well, I would show you, but it's not quite in my expertise. There is a type.
You don't usually carry a weapon, do you?
I have no blade. There were times that I used such things a very long time ago, but it was never my focus. The way that I think it may be yours.
I feel more comfortable with something in my hands.
As your magic becomes more powerful, it might become the thing in your hands, but as it were... All you have are those knives?
Yeah. Although Tazriel has been showing me to use a few different tools.
There is a group from where I am from that uses longer, albeit still light, weapons in order to conduct their magic. Perhaps we should look into getting you something akin to that.
I would be interested in that. I have trained in a few different forms of weaponry, but I'm not super adept at them.
What feels most comfortable?
I usually prefer to use two hands, but I think if I had something to balance my other hand, I could use a longer weapon. It just makes me feel more steady when I'm walking. I know Mom had a cane sword at one point. I always thought it was really cool. Does it bother you when I bring her up?
That's me. I just die all the time. Being forthcoming is not my strong suit.
Okay. Just because I didn't want to upset you, not because you have to tell me about stuff.
In the way that you have worries about the expectations that I place upon you. So I have them about some expectations that you place upon me.
I don't expect anything from you.
She's lying.
Well, with your insight, Oish, it's not that she's lying. It's just that she doesn't think she does.
Right.
But she's a young woman who looks up to you.
Yeah. Right. Well, even if you're proficient in some kind of weapon and use that to conduct your magic, there's still a type of magic that you will lean towards. So maybe that's the next thing we should attempt to figure out.
Okay. That sounds good. Although I've definitely learned not to practice in this area.
Quite a good observation.
Okay. It's getting kind of late. Maybe a little bit more time and then we could get some food.
Oh. So we can do that now. I need to send a message.
Okay.
Why don't you go down and order us some things and I'll check in on something.
All right. Neve keeps her weapons on her and goes back down to the downstairs area of the bar.
Mm-hmm. And then Awish will take out their little guy, that little miniature figure, yeah, and send to. Tazriel was leading the group down into the depths, so we'll send to Tazriel and say, "It's getting late. Checking in. Is all well? When do you plan on returning?"
VJ, would you like to respond?
Yeah. Words. All is well with the group. Some strange things happening with the residents here, inquiring about it. will return soon, in the next few hours.
Tight. Oish goes down to join me for dinner.
Okay, then as you conclude your conversation, get a meal at the bar here, we return back to the lair of the Gren, where Kiara, you've been talking with Morn. Vice, you've sort of gathered in this residential area. There are some weapons here. You've conducted a number of trades, as well as just generally talking amongst the group. And I think that you have probably introduced each other generally to some of the other folks here. Vice is playing with two older women, one who seems to be a halfling, just like wearing a covering over their hair, as well as a number of gold bangles. Seems maybe a little bit more well-to-do than some of the people here, as well as a older tiefling, kind of like her, with these antlers and darker blue skin. Now we had learned what Kiara, you're still talking with Morn, Tazriel and Matthias. What are you guys up to? You also had joined in this discussion. Are you still looking around for interesting things to acquire here? Generally talking?
I'm looking.
Oh, you cut out a little bit, BJ.
Oh,
Make
I'm
sure
looking
your
for.
mic is on the right setting.
It is. I think we're picking up the fan in the background.
Cool, no worries.
So
I'll fix
just bring
that.
it closer to your mouth and you should be fine.
All right. I am looking for the. I can't remember their name. The person that sold us all of the tinctures and whatnot. Trying to get my hands on some type of sleeping draught.
Ah, yes. You had talked previously to, I believe it was Javal, although I have to double check. But the person who had traded you the moonflower tinctures, correct? Are you looking to see if there's someone here who can refine those for you?
I think that I am going to check in with our spellcasters about that, but just specifically trying to find something to give him dreamless sleep so that he'll stop staying up like this.
Okay. Matthias, are you assisting in this? I just want to know if I...
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, I think, did Kiara go back to Morn? Because my memory is
You guys talked
shit.
together, right?
Yeah, because I think last thing Kiara was like, hey guys, we gotta go do a thing.
That's true. All right, so then before you retire for the evening as it grows later, and you're still kind of going amongst these rooms, Tazriel, if you want to give me either an investigation check or a persuasion check, because you have spent some time down here in these rooms and are comfortable with this group, you can do so at advantage because Kiara and Matthias are also assisting you.
Give him a hand.
I think Taz isn't being upfront about what he's looking for, and it's just saying he's looking just for some additional potions and whatnot that could help on the journey.
Fair enough.
What's my investigation spell? Oh yeah, that's a 25 investigation,
Ooh.
Alex.
Okay, excellent. There are a number of decent healers here, Tazriel. A few healers kits, kind of similar to what you also carry. Different materials, obviously. Maybe they're more usually used for treating, like cold paralysis, that kind of stuff. So there's like some warming tinctures as well, things that people like aloe might smear into their gloves if they have chapped lips or chapped fingers from the cold. I'll say that you can additionally restock one use of your healer's kit here just for free because of such a high persuasion roll. They'll just give you some additional, some of that like soothing lotion and stuff that might be able to restore some hit points to someone who's been injured in the cold. The medicine that you can find related to this dreamless sleep, it is Rizzy, who Vice is talking to and playing with, who says that they use a potent drug when they have to put people under for surgery, like if they've been significantly injured and a limb has to be removed after like a factory accident, which just knocks people out. This might be almost like a laughing gas thing, but like just knock people out. They usually dilute it into a very, very dilute amount of water, and then you inhale it. So you boil it and inhale it, and it will just knock you out. But it gives you a major headache and isn't usually used for sleeping. It's, again, usually used for major surgery. But you might be able to use some of this mixture to knock yourself out very heartily.
Yeah, he'll take some. He'll grab some of it with the intention of trying some different things out to see if he can't like mix it to where it's just helping him not dream and not just.
This is a pretty valuable thing since it's used in their medical purposes. You do have that token to carry forward that Morn had previously given you, but between your group, you still might need to trade something in exchange in order to get a vial of this liquid. I say that because it's also something that I would allow you to potentially use in combat or for another purpose if you needed to try and like knock someone out. So this vial of cloudy liquid, between the three of you, again, you're kind of in this room. You can talk here. Is there anything that you would potentially barter that you think might be of value to these people? Any of you?
Alex, is there Pooja?
Just unmuted because I was gonna say like I don't think Kiara has stuff. She's gotten rid of everything over time.
Is there any way to figure out what are these undefined potions? Because I still have 4 of them. I still have 4 of these guys.
True, you do still have, and you had given up one previously.
Didn't you try to identify these potions the first time you got them and did?
I know it was bad. I couldn't remember how we did it.
You did.
Second try?
Let's say Rizzy is a healer. If you if you show Rizzy one of the potions, I'll allow her to attempt to identify it.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I'll pull out all 4 of them, and whichever one like speaks, like can pick which one.
Speaks.
Okay. Vic, will you roll a d4 for me?
I do fully still have my other great sword. I wasn't gonna get rid of it because I'm reticent to use this fucking evil demon soul stealer, but like
what would Matthias do?
It's a good question.
Right? A 1.
A 1, okay. Rizzy turns over like a few of these murky bottles that kind of shift in color in the light, and eventually just kind of shrugs and says, to be honest, I think their properties change depending on when you drink them. Like the time of day, where the moon is in the sky, the weather. I don't know who brewed them, but I'm certain their effects are potent and indescribable to me.
My sword.
Seduce some potions.
I mean, Taz,
like a really bad batch of soup. You don't know how it's going to taste until you taste it.
Oh boy. Does that make them worth less or more for this?
You had traded one of these potions away to Morn previously, I believe. They are valuable. They're magic items, right? They're magic potions. It's just,
who knows what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Then I think Taz would offer another one, and if he had to, 2 more for this little vial. So whichever they feel is appropriate for the price, given what it can be used for.
That's true. If you give up one of these potions, they only have 1 vial of this liquid to give you, but they will give you a vial of it. I'm going to tell you how this works. This is something that has a chance to reduce. I think we've used these previously. So every time you use this vial for 1 use, you're going to roll a d6 for me. And if it hits a 1, then it goes down to a d4. And then if it hits a 1 on a d4, it's empty.
Okay.
So at most, you have 2 uses, but there's the potential that you have way more.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use a little bit of it, dilute it, and boil it to help you sleep, Tazriel, you don't have to roll the dice. This is just if you use a significant amount of it, put it on a weapon, try and drug someone in combat, that kind of thing.
Can this be used to induce long rests where you wouldn't usually get them?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
But it'd be more for... This is less like I'm sitting and preparing spells long rest. This is more like I'm in extreme pain and I cannot sleep.
Okay.
But I can think you are very, very clever people. There are a number of uses that you could use for knockout gas in many situations, I think.
Alex, when they say like they only have 1 vial to give me, like they have 1 vial in the stock, or like this is what they're willing to give up to me?
This is... They have to keep one for themselves because
okay,
they're medics, right? Like,
yeah, I was. If it was like only they had, I don't think Taz would take it. But if they have more, that was but okay.
They have more. They're willing to give this to you, especially because this valuable potion, like they can mess around with it. But you do still have some value left over. So Matthias or Kiara, if there's any common items that you might want to pick up extras of, for example, like a hand mirror or manacles, generally things that are non-magical items that you might want to pick up, they are also willing to give those to you. Kiara, if you want to set an additional set of armor that isn't those, like, secret robes, that you have gotten, if you just want a regular set of armor of some kind, you can also take an additional set of that. Horseshoes, anything that you can think of, let me know.
I think Kiara's mirror was probably on her during that fight, so I think she's okay there. But, any like small things that were not like high priority to replace that got destroyed, now it's just like, oh, this will just make life easier. So it's more like, cooking implements, like a mess kit, something like that. Things like that could help.
Actually, they have... Yes. I think this is good. Let me pitch this to you and see how you guys feel. They have a number of lanterns that are often used. Again, electricity is mainly in this town, but they've got a number of these lanterns that are often used to keep hands free, especially when you're working mining, etc. So if you want each of you, Matthias, Kiara, and Tazriel, and have a hands-free lantern. It acts like a torch. It has the use of a torch, but you don't have to use your hands to wield it. You can strap it around a belt, put it around your neck. It won't spill oil all over you. It's
headlamp hours.
It's kind of like a headlamp, basically.
Yeah, that's for Matthias. Kiara is a headlamp.
True. Okay, so I will also add to your inventory. We can just call them head lanterns. 3 head lanterns. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. And you still are generally in good favor with the Grin. Rizzy seems pretty happy with this trade. She's kind of tilting the potion bottle in the low light in here. You can see enjoying sort of the patterns that it's making. Vice seems to have made a killing in this dice game.
Sorry, I couldn't join you, Queen.
Pockets about 25 gold, which for the people down here is tight, I think mostly from Senti, who seems to be enjoying her company.
Okay.
And then stands up kind of gruffly and says, all right, well, I think I'm good if we've gotten everything. Let's go find where Barden has wandered off to and make our way back to the inn.
Let's go looking. Wait, do we still need to, I know what we had talked about last time was, like, we're going to find a person who we can talk to as the leader of this group.
Morn is the person is the leader, as far
and
as
I think Morn said that there was, like, a house where there's somebody living there that we could go talk to. I think that was what Kiara was like, let's go talk to this person.
Got it. So we should probably find Awaish as well and bring them with us, because I don't want them to not, be included.
Morn had actually referred to a house where you wanted to go talk to a leader of, not of like the workers group.
Not of the rebellion, like a corporate representative.
Yes, the house where the corporate representative. Yes.
We should bring someone who works as well, so that it's not just us, because I don't know very much about what's happening.
Do you think it would be safe for somebody to come with us if they're being so
that is a good point.
rude to them?
I guess we can ask.
You're both knights. You could just use your we protect the good and you're being assholes.
I just don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to misrepresent anyone, maybe talking points. I could work with talking points. Can we ask Morn? I do want to speed this along. I don't want to take up too much time. Could we ask Morn if there's anybody who would want to come with us, or if we can have talking points?
You are welcome to try and use some of the talking points. We've negotiated previously, but they have been fairly ineffective.
All right. Okay.
All right. As long as you didn't have two giants with weapons around you, so we might be more successful.
That's decently true.
Dad's flex. Show more exactly.
I will say, however, they have a number of deterrents when it comes to physical violence on the grounds of the factory.
Like traps or people?
Or magic.
Not magic, but the weaponry that is wielded by some of the guards.
Oh, that's helpful to know.
It can cause a painful shock that disorients.
Oh. All right. Noted. Okay. Then yes, I think in that case, let's gather our group and see if we can communicate with these people.
Okay. I appreciate your advocation on our behalf. I wish you luck. I'm not sure how effective it will be.
Thank you. All right.
We hope we can help.
Thank you. All right, so you gather your group. What Morn had talked to you about previously are, I think, kind of the best talking points you have, which is low pay, often mentions some forms of blackmail, where it becomes very difficult to acquire goods if you are not working, if your family doesn't work for the factory, because they control a lot of the exports and imports here. So medicine, food, things that it would be difficult to get in Valkyrie. It's hard to breed certain kinds of animals for production of wool, etc. If you don't actually own your own animals, there's not a lot of fertile ground in this particular area, besides what, that gardener is able to keep up, so food is kind of the biggest thing. Those are your main talking points. It is, however, growing close to 9 in the evening. So are you... Oh, you're looking for Barden!
Mm-hmm. Should find Barden.
Crazy.
Walk in the halls.
Give me...
Wait, do we want to use one of our sending statues to message Awaish to join us?
You already talked to Awaish. Are you heading
I thought you were just going to go up and get them.
Because I thought Awaish wasn't with us.
They're not, but what I was thinking was that we get Barden, and then we go get Awaish, and then we go to the house. Right?
Are we doing that?
Yeah.
Wait, is the plan to do this tonight?
No
well,
time
I
like the
suppose
present.
yeah, well, if they're open, I guess.
I'm fine with that. I just wanted to.
Well, and Barden is somewhere down here, right? So it shouldn't
Yes,
take long to
yes.
find
Yeah.
her.
Or
Should
walking
be.
the halls.
Walk in the halls. You find your way through the halls. There are some bathrooms. There's a place where some of the lake water is dripping down and puddling around. As you kind of navigate through, it seems like people are wrapping up for the evening, heading back home. It gets quite dark here at night as you wander and look around. So makes sense that people are heading out. You find your way to a small library with some books open, Tazriel, as you're looking around. But you initially just don't see Barden here within the group.
Um.
I'm
I mean-
Ooh.
gonna pull out my little figurine.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was going to like babysit us while we ate the stuff.
That's true.
Where's our trip sitter?
I pull out the little figurine and I will do a little send to Barden. We're leaving the Grin area. Where are you? We're in the library. That's all.
I gotta double check. Sending doesn't usually. Okay. Barden does not respond. You can't. You know that sending. The way that your things work is that the person doesn't have to be holding them to respond. It's like a traditional sending spell, right? You just each have one use of them for these little figurines. But sending, having used these messages back and forth, usually the person doesn't respond if they're sleeping. So if they're asleep, they might not be able to be conscious to hear it. Sometimes it might come across in a dream, like you overhear something, but it doesn't usually work if they're asleep.
He stands there for a second and then looks to Taz and Pooja. Intergalactic janitor Pooja. Looks to Taz and Kiara.
Yes.
And
Okay.
just says no response.
Go ahead.
No, you go. You got it.
Kiara, who I should mention is still, tripping, is going to pull out her statue and be like, Barden, stop ignoring us. Where are you? We have to go do stuff. Hello?
You also don't hear a response. But you don't hear any snoring either or anything like that, which can sometimes happen if the person is sleeping, if they respond by snoring.
Tazriel,
No.
do you still have a use of sending?
Yes, but you didn't.
No,
you
I
didn't
didn't
get-
hear anything back.
Could you message Oesh?
Yes. Oesh, has Barden returned to the slick hole?
God fucking.
And did you see her go upstairs for the evening?
Enter the slick hole.
So you lost the memory. No, but in all seriousness, there's a slight pause, and then you hear a sigh on the other side. And Oesh
Which is Oesh's
says-
traditional greeting.
Yes. I'll meet you out by the entrance. There's no Barden here, so unless there is a different story, it seems you have a problem on your hands.
I I think there's like as Taz gets this message back, there's just like he just kind of, his shoulders just kind of like drop. Like there's a moment of like, they're missing.
Not with Oish either?
No. No. Oish hasn't seen Barden, and I think if somebody else was out and about, Barden would have told us.
Has anyone seen an orc? She's about yay tall. Half of her, she has, how do you pronounce that word?
Vitiligo.
That half of her face is white, the other half is green. Has anyone seen an orc? And he's just like going around the halls.
Matthias lost intelligence. He cannot pronounce that word.
Well, no, and Kiara's just following you around, being like, she's also my friend. Where is she?
Yes, hi, Kiara.
Who should take inspiration?
It's an important fact to note.
You have no novel at some point to wander off by themselves, as we've established previously, but it makes sense that you have all discussed amongst yourself that you're not really trying to go off separately, especially considering the incident with the black puddings, right? So this immediately becomes notable because if Barden isn't down here, then it makes sense that like something has happened. So
we should ask Morn.
As you wander through, looking, talking, most people have headed out. You get a number of shrugs. People have said hi to Barden, but no one has seen that orc recently.
I agree with Pooja. We can stop
Kiara's
by.
gonna drag Matthias and Taz back to Morn and just be like,
still here.
Did you said what did you say? You said something about taking people, I don't know.
People being pressed into service?
That thing. Yes. Do they kidnap people around here?
There have been a number of what we would call abductions. It usually happens during the factory hours in the morning. People disappear for a day or two. Then it turns out they were working at the factory, but the refinery should be closed down at this point. It usually ends around 6 p.m.
We're missing our friend.
Once we find Barden, we really should go punch the kidnappers who are abducting people against their will, because that's bullshit. But if it was your friend, where would you go look?
Most of my friends tend to gather here in the evenings. There are a number of residential buildings on the outskirts of the town, but I would say the Slick Hole is your best bet, usually, for where missing people turn up. If you need someone to come with you to help look or scout within the forest, we do still get a number of dangerous beasts that approach. Usually they are deterred by the lights and noises, a number of people, but it is the Frostlands, of course, so...
Is he offering to send someone with us?
Yes.
If she was in the forest, she would respond.
Yeah. I would be glad for help with someone who's familiar to the area, right?
Certainly. Yes. I think I had mentioned previously, there are some younger men who seem like they've hard workers, a little bit dirty with some coal, but we're still hanging around, just drinking a little bit here. They are not intoxicated, just have been like sipping on some Ferme, and they offer to two of them, whose names are, here we go, Lawrence and Icar. Lawrence and Icar offer to help you scout around the woods a little bit, just on the outskirts of the town, seeing if maybe as it grew dark, she stumbled into a tree, hit her head, or, some wild animal knocked her out, and see if they can help you find any tracks.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's fucking do it. Let's take those. Is there anything else that you two need to look for down here? I think Oasia's waiting for us.
No, just Barden.
Let's go.
Let's.
Best of luck, and let me know if you need any more assistance. I'm going to begin to close down for the night.
Thank you. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Let's do as you emerge and exit the lake, let's do a quick 5-minute bathroom break, and then we can come back.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
All right, we'll
be
see you back in a few.
I want a snack.
Oh, I love you, Jay.
Hello. Buongiorno.
We're here. We're back. We're stramming.
You all are in my brain.
Everybody.
No.
That's my job.
Topical Lost reference,
we're trying to cover
Sarah.
for you. You're typing.
I did not realize we went live because I thought VJ made a funny noise and then someone
Alex,
was laughing. So.
literally, you're like, okay, everybody.
Let's go live. So
And I said,
live.
yeah, bet.
All right. You make your way out. I have to travel you all out. Let's go. Oop. Multiverse just.
The boots.
All right.
I'm already outside.
Outside.
Travel everyone to the Furus refinery. Let's go.
Travel.
Hi, everybody.
There
Hang
we
on,
are.
where are you?
As
There you
you climb back up the metal rungs of the ladder and emerge out into the cold night air of Valkyrie, you can see it has begun to snow lightly.
Ooh.
Clouds have drifted up across the moon, obscuring it from view. It is quite dark at this point. Let's make it night. Ooh,
Oh.
it's dark as hell out here in these goddamn wastes. And you've made your way around the lake. Oh, it's real dark. And here's Neve. Why is Neve out here?
Hanging out.
In the market. The market stalls have shut down. The guard presence that usually patrols at night is still out. You see the guard is standing in front of the bridge as they were previously the other night. And you make your way back to the cold banks and can see across the square Oish waiting for you.
Yes,
Cross over to
Sunita is
them.
with me.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can make it a little bit brighter just so our viewers can actually see what's going on. There we are. Even though it's nighttime. And, well, there you are. You all now stand outside of the tavern. Here, I'm going to put you over here by the entrance to the tavern.
Whoa.
Walking you all around. There we go. And, of course, your horse back in the stables behind the
I miss
tavern
you, baby.
itself. There we go. It is mostly empty at night, although some of the people who had exited the Grin are making their way back. It looks like some of them have kind of a long way to walk around, going across the bridges and exiting the town back through a path through the forest to some smaller residential areas. But it is... The moon is no longer visible due to some of the cloud cover as it begins to snow lightly. And you can step back and rejoin each other across the square.
How large was this place that you lost the fighter?
It wasn't that large. There are a lot of hallways, though. Twists and turns. She only went away for a moment.
There are abductors around?
That's also true. Have you spoken to Morn at all, Oish?
Who is that?
Well, I don't know how much I should say, and I look at Taz.
You look at Taz, and the man looks like he is just
Not doing good?
No, just not all like he made it across the thing easy enough, but just like he looks like he's like miles away, eyes wise.
Okay. I am going to give Oish the download with Kiara's help on Morn and the Grin in low, dulcet tones so that I don't fuck anything up, you know? But just basically give you the whole information about what's happening here that we just learned. And ending with people are getting fucking stolen at some points. And we think...
does anyone know where they're getting stolen to?
No, but we do have these helpers, and I gesture to the two folks who came with us, I think.
Lauren's in a car, kind of standing back awkwardly. Two young human men, both kind of blush red, but decently fair skin. Looks like they don't get a lot of sunlight here in the wastes. One of them just has like a smudge of coal across one cheek. Probably brothers, you think. Dark hair, a little bit of facial hair. Both look decently strong, but kind of the quiet type, you would say. Maybe around 20, 19 or 20.
They're going to help us look around. They know the woods in this area.
Decently well.
Fine.
Okay.
All right.
So, above game, I feel like we should split up and do like two loops, not two loops, but go each one take a side of the town. It's not that big a town.
Okay.
Or we could just do one big group and just do a full like comet circle.
Could split up. Taz has uses of his stuff. We can connect.
If someone suggests splitting up, Kiara at least is going to be like, we're already down one person. I don't want anyone else to get abducted.
Fair
You
point.
also always just break into the factory.
Well, we could go shake down this corporate representative and make them tell us where all their abducting minions are.
That's true. If we brought him within an inch of his life, I'm sure he would talk.
I can help with that.
Best be careful with that. These are dangerous men.
We're dangerous people.
I was going to say so are we. Not intentionally. I've
If we'd prefer to approach it head on, then by all means we can do that.
What?
I simply thought that we could potentially find footprints, any other markings of where she might have gone, and possibly follow those. But if we'd like to check the places that we know first, then we know that this house that Morn told us about would be a place to get in contact with some of the higher-ups at the company, I'm assuming.
Sure. Before we do that, whatever our plan is, Awesh turns to these two young boyos that are here and says, "What do you mean by dangerous?"
Only that the men who own the refinery are very wealthy and employ many of these guards. There have been a few riots before at the factory, and they were squelched with a number of injuries.
What kind of weapons do they use?
The other one kind of chimes in. They've got these sticks, but if they poke you with them, it makes your vision go white and your body hurt all over.
We heard that they had weapons that had the ability to shock you. Take you out.
Kind of want one.
I'm sure we could acquire one.
Shock you without magic? That seems useful.
I think it's something to do with the oil that powers them.
All right. Then do we want to go
And
to the house first?
Oh yeah. I wanna interrogate these dudes a little bit more if it's okay. I wanna know what we're coming up against if we come against these dudes. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Good. Hey.
Someone said yeah.
Okay.
This didn't come through on the mic.
And if we were to be able to bypass these guards and get into an audience with these wealthy individuals, do they have any ability of their own? Or has
I have to admit, I haven't been face to face with the actual owners. There are a number of people who we report to. Usually it's very difficult to get an audience. So I can't really tell you.
Last question. You said that the oil powers all of this non-magic. If magic is done in proximity to it, what happens?
You're not supposed to. Honestly, I've never used magic, and I don't know many people who do, so I can't be sure. I'm sorry. I know we've had some incidents with travelers and the refiners, so, but it affected our water for weeks. We weren't supposed to drink or go near it. They pulled these giant metal frames over the lake. Couldn't fish.
Excellent. Wish will turn and face the party and say, so?
All right.
What are we doing, Matthias?
Okay. It seems like we're overall more interested in simply going straight to the source, so I see no reason not to go. I suppose one tack we could take is trying to sneak in, although I think maybe just knocking might work. And if we would feel more comfortable with it, I could be the one to approach and try to get in, and then if that doesn't work out, we pull back and try again a different way. But I do see some danger in just fighting these people, because there are a lot of folks here, and our actions will have an effect on them. I think regardless of whether it's obvious that we are connected to them or not. So, I do want to approach this with caution. It's not that I think that these people are necessarily deserving of any sort of respect for the way that they've treated these people, but I think we have to be smart.
What if I sneak in? We do 2 approaches. I sneak in case things get out of hand while we're having an upfront conversation, and then there's that additional element to be used. I can link us all up. And if we don't need it, I leave the way I came.
All right. If you'll feel confident about being able to go in the back way and be there as a sort of surprise just in case things go badly, I think that sounds like a good plan.
You can give it a shot. I'll tell you, though, the fences are also very dangerous at night.
I may be able to. I'm not quite as skilled in stealth as you are, Tazriel, but I do have a gift from our friend Asar that could help.
I could also help with the, not myself, but I could help you with stealth if you need help, either of you.
Do you want the 2 of us to help you? I don't think we should go near the factory at night, but we can still patrol the woods and make sure that...
Please.
If you 2 would be willing to look for any signs of a struggle or a kidnapping or anything like that. I know that this has happened before and signs have not really been able to be found, but I think it's still worth looking.
No, unfortunately not, but we can still take a look. My father's been taken a few times just for extra work, and...
Does your father know anything about where he was taken?
Doesn't say much when he comes back. Usually he's quiet for a few days, and...
why don't these people just put up looking for extra hands, will pay a fair amount signs?
He points to a sign that is actually hung on the outside of the factory, which says, like, jobs available in crude paint on, like, plasterboard.
Okay.
Unfortunately, not many apply.
Because apparently working for them sucks and they don't even cover your healthcare.
Most of the people who can afford not to already have other means of employment.
Okay. All right.
Let's
fucking
above
approach
table.
this house.
Yeah, I do now have the ghost step tattoo. I keep forgetting to add it to my inventory.
Yes. Well.
So, I think that if we're like in pure initiative, as a turn, I can move through solid objects. So I might just be able to swoop past the fence.
I believe that is the case. D&D.
I don't know about electricity still doing shit to me. That's the one thing that I'm unsure of.
That's true. You can expend a charge. Yeah. You, Awaish, would not know what the effect of this is. This is a kind of technology that is only really available here.
Maybe I'll die, but I would be through the fence.
Love that.
And the tattoo that Asar gave you, Tazriel, I'm trying to remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was either.
I don't know if we actually determined it. We might have just said we'll talk about it later. I don't want you to necessarily determine what it is based on this particular scenario, but if there's something that you think Taz would, like a spider climb or something like that you think might have been interesting as a rogue, I do feel like Asar might have been able to give you that. So something like that. We can kind of figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Okay. So you are currently out front of the tavern as a group of people. Although you are being quiet, standing outside at night with a group of people is potentially decently noticeable, and there are guards in the area. So you probably want to act, now that you've discussed your plan as you had regathered, you had maybe a few minutes here. If you stand outside any longer, you're still just going to maybe attract a little bit of notice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think the first thing that happens is Taz will spend one of my die and connect us all in case something goes wrong.
All right.
And it'll last for 7 hours.
All right.
And then I think the second thing he does is he just kind of pulls Kiara to the side. You offered to help make us stealthier, yeah?
Well, I can help you generally with sneaky things.
Could you? I haven't been sleeping, and if we're gonna find Barden, can you fix it? Can you make me, I don't know, less exhausted?
Is that I think that's a greater restoration thing, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, girl no has.
Mm.
I can help you if you were poisoned or something like that, but that takes more magic than I have. And
yeah,
I also realized when I offered to make you stealthier that would require magic, and are we not doing that right now?
As you're talking, the two boys set off around they don't attract attention. Neve goes back inside, was kind of watching and listening, I think, goes back inside, and then Vice also goes out, gets some steaming drinks, and passes them around to make it look like you guys are catching a breath of cold, air.
Hell
pouring off
yeah.
your drink.
Nice.
So passes you some Fairmay. You continue your conversation, but just so you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Wait, I think Kiara will rejoin the rest of the group and be like, okay, so before we go in, and I guess specifically talking to Oish, do you and I have to try to hit people with sticks? Like, what is the plan here?
I've used magic here without coming up against any difficulties necessarily.
Oh.
But that was a bit removed from Waste gestures at the lights and the and says, if you're trying to use magic once we get inside that house, I think you'll have a difficult time. So yes, I think hitting things is your best option.
Okay. Maybe I try to stick with hitting things and then healing with magic. Hopefully that won't. Well, the last time that, everything went wrong, I tried to touch the mysterious ooze with magic. So maybe if I avoid that, things might be a little helpful.
Well, we do have a bit of an upper hand in some ways, Kiara. I doubt that these very well-off people would enjoy if we used magic in their very nice rooms.
Very true. I like the upper hand.
Are you good at making threats?
No.
Then follow my lead.
Okay.
We're gonna pretend to blow stuff up.
Oh, we're pretending?
We are.
I mean, they might do it if someone calls their bluff, but I mean...
Listen, Kiara has a lot of explodey powers, okay? And we both have prestidigitation.
Yes.
Are we looking for Barden in the factory or in this owner's residence?
The vibe that I got was that we were going to go to the owner's residence. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and interrogate them as to where this stuff happens, like where Barden...
Yes.
If somebody's been pressed, where they would be taken, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Go to them.
Now,
we are travelers. Our friend is gone.
That's true.
Where's our friend?
We can do that. We also do have... Did Taz just get, like, wild anesthetic sleeping drafts?
Yeah. Do you want to knock them out? What if we knock them out? How are we going to ask them questions?
No. The guards that are like protecting the house.
Oh. Well, this is what I was saying. Like, if we fully are like, and we're fucking attacking you, that could have negative consequences for the people who live in this town.
Not if we kill everybody involved.
Are we gonna kill them? Is that what's happening?
Listen,
we want to talk to them, right? To be like, hello, give us our friend back.
Let's try the diplomacy route first.
Yes.
And if they, because here's the thing, here's what I'm worried about. We go and we try the diplomacy route. They're like, no, fuck you. Also, I'm calling my guards in from outside to fuck you up. Which, like, if we have just put the guards to a little nappy nap, they won't know the guards are asleep, and we can still try the diplomacy route.
Yes. My thought was that it was a situation where it was like, you have to go through the guards first to get to the people. Like, the guards bring you
like,
in.
To get led to
in
them.
which case, if you show up and you're like, what's up, bitch? I'm here. That could be a like, whoa, what did you do to my people? That's what I thought was going to happen.
No, that's a good point.
But we don't truly know, so we could just
someone.
We could just go Can we walk towards the house and take a look? I'm not the stealthiest bitch.
Taz has disappeared at this point. He just dipped
Oh
out.
my god!
I don't think, to be clear, I don't think we're having this conversation in character. I'm talking to you, the players.
Yes.
This is
Gotcha.
above the
Okay,
table.
okay.
This
Yes.
is not like happening in real time.
Let's
I'm
do
just
a
trying to figure out
canvas.
what we're doing.
Let's do a canvas of the house.
Okay.
We're gonna go, and I'm gonna act so normal. I'm gonna act really normal. I'm not gonna get in there to do stealth checks. Someone else can. It's not gonna be me.
All right.
And we're all connected.
So you're heading to the house.
Yeah, we're walking in that direction. I'm guessing it'll be pretty easy to tell which house is the house. I think even from here we might be able to see.
I think you can. There's a damn big house that's of similar construction to the factory across the bank of the river that is also surrounded. Again, it's through the trees, like it's within the forest, but it is a massive, maybe 2 or 3 story building with like kind of brick base, reinforced, these sloping roofs to let the snow fall off of them. You have to, again, kind of make your way over there, which my map is not perfectly to scale. So going through the woods around the back is probably 10 or 15 minutes or so. It is, again, dark, so it's difficult to see within the woods, but you guys can navigate your way over. Let me give you a little pathway again. Yes, Pooja.
Scale of 1 to 10, how much is Kiara still tripping?
Yeah, what's going on here with us? We took some shrooms.
A solid 3, I would say.
Okay, we're fine.
A nice buzz.
All right, just checking.
Just checking.
Wait, is it all 3 of us that are on shroom? It is, right?
I put mine in my pocket.
Oh, you didn't take him?
Everybody, hi.
Because I thought that's like Barden was like, I'm a trip watch. You go ahead, and then Kiara took some for Barden for later.
Mm-hmm.
I am the tree.
Do you want Vice to come with you? Is Vice coming with you?
If she wants to. I'm not gonna make her, but I feel like, this is the kind of thing that she'd be into.
Yeah, I was like, Kiara was gonna talk to her otherwise and be like, Vice, look at all of these things I heard. Like, we need to go fuck some shit
Come on.
Vice is very interested in coming, but also does remind Matthias that the Order has a relationship with the keepers of the refinery pass to make sure that they can take people back and forth through it. They don't have control necessarily. Again, they're not a guard group. They don't have control necessarily over. The Black Order is not lawmakers of this land. There are no lawmakers of this land. But they have to maintain relationships with people who have control, even if they don't like their policies. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Super, super cool. Interesting. I have to come up with talking points.
Maybe not.
You are in the woods watching the house. You can see 2 guards off the bat out front. Here, let me put them. Guard there. Give you some view. And at least 1 guard there, who are just kind of standing, watching. Looking. Oh wait.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's me.
Behind a tree.
No!
I revealed you.
That's my stealth spot.
Could everyone give me a stealth check just as you approach the house?
Sure.
Tazriel, I believe you have disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Yep.
Cause sleepy.
Rolled a 19 on that die for a 20 total.
Excellent.
All right, I'm not great at stealth.
Those shrooms got magic powers, yo.
I got a 5.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus, Matthias.
You should have taken them, Matthias. You should have taken them.
Vice got a 6.
Oh my fucking god.
I got a 17. Can I help someone?
This is a Gruth stub check, so I do take the average.
Great.
26.
Ooh,
26, which is always brought up by having a rogue in the party.
Yeah.
Let's see, 6, 5. Right. The 2 guards do not seem to notice that you approach. This is just for your getting in distance of the house. It's not for like sneaking right up to the fence or anything. They are standing here looking out for people, and you are moving as a group through the woods. So they have noticed your approach, but if you walk out into the open, they might still see you.
Okay. I think that we approach with confidence. And it's gonna be a sort of like, this is me just saying what we could potentially do. Approach with confidence and be like, hey, we're travelers. We have some questions. We would love to speak to these folks because they're allegedly very important in town.
Mm-hmm.
We would like an audience and a warm place to sit for a moment.
I will agree with that and also say you should probably bring up the front, and maybe Kiara and I bring up the back since we look magey.
Yes.
And then Kiara was going to say, you could say that, I don't know, we haven't done this yet. I don't know how it would work, but you could say that, you were escorting me.
That is true.
Have any effect?
That's very true.
It feels dirty.
We can still do it. We don't have any political pull here, but we are well known in this area.
I find that if you just pretend like you do, that can work. Once again, it makes me feel dirty saying it.
It's not that I don't necessarily believe you, Kiara, but the things that I've often had the most success in pretending that I am are not generally political pull. Have you considered that it might just be the fact that you look like royalty?
Is that not the point?
I didn't mean that. You have someone from
to be the one.
Me?
Oh, well, I thought that Matthias or Daz could be like, oh, we're with.
Yes. Oish kind of gives like a once over of both of them, trying to determine which one of the ones could successfully pull off like, I have political power, step aside.
That's not.
It's like, I have a princess with me, bitch, move.
That's not. Yes, it's. I am a guide. My people are frequently out and about here, so it would not be far-fetched for me to say, I'm guiding certain people who may or may not be important, and it's not necessarily to give us any sort of immense sway. It's simply
right
to give a reason to be coming to the house.
Fair.
Maybe gives them less of a reason
to kick us out,
to just dismiss us as though we are just anybody else.
Right.
Tazriel.
Two things. One thing would. So we're all going up front to the door.
You do not have to. If you'd like to.
No, Oish and I were going to hang back, and I was thinking maybe I would, glow a little bit.
Honestly, I think more than political power, the best thing we could look like here is rich.
That is true. I think
desktop.
I shake
Kiara
my mantle.
Out some of her. Kiara pulls out some of the extra, some jewelry that she hasn't had a chance to sell yet, but doesn't wear because she hates being judged for what she looks like, and she starts woering it on.
Nice.
I think Taz is just gonna not. I think that would be a good one. I'm going to see if there's another way in case that is necessary and find my way to where you might be speaking.
And we'll keep these guards distracted while you do that.
Could I get either a deception check or a persuasion check from Kiara, Oash, and Matthias.
You fucking can.
Yeah. Persuasion. Ow. Okay, I've got a +8 to this bitch. Let's go.
I just
All right.
got a +4.
I
Wait, I actually have to go look at. Oh, Alex. I
Yes?
have position of privilege as a background feature.
You do.
Nice.
Tell me about that. Tell me about
Oh.
Thanks to my noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of me. I am welcome in high society, and people assume I have the right to be where I am. Common folk make every effort to accommodate me and avoid my displeasure, and other people of high birth treat you as a member of the same social sphere. I can secure an audience with a local noble if I need to.
Oh.
It's a very good background feature.
Use that fucking background.
Haven't used that shit at all. Forgot it was there.
That is the perfect background feature.
I love that.
I have my Heart of Darkness background feature.
Look in my eyes.
I look so sad.
I'm an emo boy.
I'm a sad boy.
I'm so grumpy.
Oh, fabulous. Where is my Heart of Darkness?
The
I
rare
lost that
time when
shit.
your like background actually comes into play.
Honestly, yeah.
Backgrounds matter.
I fucking love those
Yes,
who
they
look
do.
into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror.
I mean, to be fair, that is what the vibe Matthias gives
They-
off.
I know.
He just
fully,
looks
fully,
like
fully,
someone
fully.
who's been fucked up.
Matthias, baby, we don't need to look into your eyes to know you faced unspeakable
Just look into my
horrors.
fat ass. It's fat because of all the sadness that I carry.
That's all those diamonds in there, man.
Yeah.
Just waiting to pop.
Fuck.
Someday we will pop Matthias Markart. You're gonna deflate like a
his butt.
balloon as soon as you stop being stressed.
Dad.
It's like those
It's
fucking
not
commercials
muscle,
from the
it's
early
tension.
2000s that were like, don't smoke weed, and it was just that girl who was on the couch who was like totally deflated. Do y'all remember those? That was good shit. Highly recommend
the
looking
anti-weed
them
ads
up.
were amazing. But well, I was
For the
just
record, for my
thinking-
persuasion, I got a 13 because I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Matthias doesn't squat. Matthias just clenches.
I just clench. It's all clench.
So my total is, well, I don't know what the background does, but just off the roll, I rolled a 13 plus 8 persuasion, so 21.
Okay. The background is relevant to how you are, to how the encounter goes, not necessarily affecting the roll. I just need to link my portals. Okay, great. Now, are you walking up? You're just going up.
We're doing it. Me and Vice in the front, and Kiara and Oash in the back. Right?
Should we have Kiara in the front now that Kiara has, like, I'm a noble, people love me?
Sure.
Okay.
Kiara will say, I don't know if I should start the conversation because it seems like we should act like it's below me. So maybe I'll be very visible.
Fucking royals, man.
Practicing answering.
And
Come on,
I was just trying to see about Kiara's flame glow.
That's true. You do have some
Your
funky
sparkly
guys.
boy.
It's it's a light, but it's me. I'm the light.
Oh, also, Alex,
me.
Vice is
Yes.
included in the mind link.
In the mind link. Okay,
Yes,
great.
the group
Use
chat.
that by
Group chat.
now. Okay. You walk up out of the woods from your various positions. Well, I'll assume you gather, and then you kind of go to the side
Yes.
and walk up like you are approaching normally, since it makes sense that you would do so. And immediately, the two guards that are standing in front kind of step forward and cross these two tall black metal spheres that they have. Spears
Seriously.
that they have, and immediately just kind of hold up a hand. Halt.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by anal jam in the chat.
Come on and slam. And welcome to
anal
Jam.
jam. So sorry. Okay, back in it. Walking up to these folks. Okay. Matthias is as tall as possible, just like 100%. I mean, who am I kidding? He's always fucking ramrod straight. But does stop when they request a halt. And is going to say, "Good evening. We are travelers, recent to this town, and we had, well, our client," and he gestures to Kiara, had had a few questions and wishes for an audience with the leaders of this town, of which he kind of looks up at the house. "We know you are very important among these people, so."
You wish to talk to the barons?
Please.
You'll have to schedule an appointment.
I look over them to the house. Are the lights on in the house?
You can give me a perception check. Tazriel, since you're also sneaking around the back, if you want to give me a perception check, you can do that.
Finally, an okay roll. I rolled above a 10, everybody. Celebrate.
Yay!
That's an 18.
An 18. It does not look like there are a lot of lights on. There is a light on in the... Like, the windows are all shuttered, but there is a bit of light that's peeking through the upper right window. Just a bit.
Alex, that is a 19. Yeah, 19 for me.
And a 19. As you move around the back area of the house, Taz, sorry, let me adjust my map so you can kind of go around it a little bit as well. There is another guard patrolling around the back of the house that you note, who's dressed in a bit of a, like, hood-up cloak. You can see the fence also extends all the way around the house, and it looks like there is almost like a storm cellar kind of grate towards the back as well. You also see the same light that Matthias sees. Yeah, you'll have to make an appointment.
Matthias looks back towards Kiara. What's Kiara doing? What's the vibe?
Is very steadfastly looking too bored to be here.
Mm.
And doing a decent job at it.
Which has the same expression that they always have, but since Kiara looks so bored, it kind of looks like they're also bored just by getting infected by the... I guess that expression means bored.
Okay. All right, in that case, we really want to get in tonight, right? We want to give it a shot and see if we can get in there? All right. I understand that it's quite late, but...
Yes.
We would really be most grateful if we could pay at least a short call to the barons of this town. We've traveled a long way to be here, and it's quite cold.
I believe I saw some of you walking around earlier today, yesterday. One of the guards might have been one looking around the town as you were shopping. If it was so urgent, and you've traveled such a long way, you should have called upon the barons in the daylight hours.
Yes, unfortunately, we were beset upon by some aggressive oozes and had to replace some of our belongings before we showed up at your door. We didn't want to be half-dressed.
Well, now that you're dressed, you can return tomorrow to seek audience with the barons.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you tomorrow. Is there a time when it would be appropriate to call?
you can inquire with my brethren, who will be guarding here tomorrow, and we'll see if we can make you an appointment.
Thank you.
The barons are very busy men.
All right. In the mind link, well, first of all, just say a good night, nod, and then turn and start leading everybody down the road. And we're gonna go down that road until it turns off so that we can hide.
What if...
Right? Or do you want to just attack them?
What if you come back to us to report and then Kiara makes a fake scene?
Yeah, Kiara was gonna be like...
Oh, I thought that you were right behind me.
No, we were a little bit off so that we didn't hear the conversation, because why would we be in a conversation with guards?
Got it. I thought that you were right behind me. All right. Fine. Yeah, I'll go back to Kiara and make a report.
And Kiara just goes, "What do you mean they want me to come back tomorrow?"
Oh God.
But this is ridiculous. Everything about this entire trip has been just a mess. Why did I even hire you?
Oh my God.
In Kiara's head, you hear louder.
Oh yeah, no, Kiara's projecting.
Yeah.
I am a princess of the Raj. I demand to meet the local baron. I don't think that's by any way unreasonable.
Matthias is doing his best of like trying to explain what's happening. And just like pushing, I don't know, trying to be the subservient guide.
Yeah. You put on a very effective fake scene. The two guards continue to stand there, kind of look to and mumble to each other. Wait
and then
your voices to calm down.
And then Matthias, like, he tries to time it, but he just like, as she's going on her tirade, he just like looks over his shoulder and does like a little bit of puppy dog. Just a little bit.
Right as you do that, I think that's when Awaish cuts in and says, "Oh God," and says, "Well, if you can't get the princess's needs met here, then I guess I'll just have to burn a hole in your chest with magic once we get out of this ass town."
Oh my God.
You guys are performing, giving it your all.
Giving!
My two guards have both rolled 19s.
No!
Which
on
is,
what?
On recognition.
Of Kiara?
No.
Or of the situation? Oh, hi, Raiders!
Hello! Thank you for the raid. We're trying to break in.
The two guards with their spears across standing here, looking at the scene. One of them kind of clears their throat and speaks up a bit and says, "A princess of the Raj, a member of the order, and a mage. No, we've been given specific orders that you should not be allowed to make an appointment."
Sorry, someone had the audacity to say I cannot go somewhere but won't tell me to my face?
Oh my God. This is stressing me out.
Are you so sorry?
No, it's great.
Matthias, your puppy dog eyes do not seem to have been effective.
Oh, damn it.
Alex, I have a question.
Yes.
Just a quick little funky little question.
Just a little one, just a tidbit.
Just a tiny little one. Well, I guess I have two questions. One, has this been loud enough for Taz to have like...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're hearing it. I mean, also, you got the mind link kind of echoing.
In the mind link, everyone is just like, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. You guys look really sad right now.
Then my second question then is, Alex.
Yes.
My psionic daggers, they manifest. They're a thing. They are like, can I put the liquid on the daggers and attack these guys?
I'm going to say that you cannot imbue your psionic daggers with liquid. just your regular daggers.
Okay.
Dagger.
Then.
Dagger.
While you're in case this helps in terms of distraction, Kiara is walking up to the guards and be like, I demand to know who had the audacity to ban me from anything.
That would be Baron Crucible himself.
What, is he afraid? Kiara's eyes are flashing golden now. And she's glowing like we've turned full ASMR glow on.
You may not know this, but the refinery operates and provides oil to a number of significant locations, both here on Valkyrie and along the Parelian coast, the atolls, and the Skyhome coast. Baron Crucible does not have time to deal with grumpy tourists.
Yet Baron Crucible cares enough to specifically forbid us from seeing him.
We are told to keep a wary eye out for those traveling through who might cause trouble.
I only cause trouble when I don't get what I want. I don't know if Taz wants to do something.
Yep. And at this point, I think Taz has. Okay. He's got at least 3 daggers, but I can't make 2 attacks.
Let it be on the record that we fucking tried.
We did.
Are we really gonna kill these people, or break
I'm
into
about
their
to knock them out.
Oh man!
I will let it be known. You did try. However, you did approach the same night that they pulled something. At
Pulled
night.
something?
As in,
They kidnapped.
above the table, you know that Barden went missing this night.
Mm-hmm.
So you try to get an audience as a group of people who had been seen with Barden previously, shopping when Barden was like pulling all the wood and stuff the same night. So they would have their guards on alert. That
Rescue parties, essentially.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. We all know someone's missing. We all know that's why we're here. They're just saying no to us, and now we have to take action.
Now we gotta go.
Yeah, now we
Kiara
gotta.
said, what, is he afraid of us? Clearly the answer is yes.
So
Tazriel, would you roll initiative for me?
yeah, I'd love to. Is initiative disadvantage as well? I never remember.
Initiative is an ability check. I don't think you have disadvantage on initiative because it's a specific mention in exhaustion, but I've got to double check. Exhaustion is 6 level.
I wasn't going to include the guards in the drama. I was simply going to bring the drama to the barons. But no, they decided.
Initiative is an ability check, so you do have disadvantage on it.
No worries. I rolled well either way. You know, I think this fear of losing Barden is just driving my rolls today, because that is going to be a 19 for initiative.
A 19 for initiative. Okay, Tazriel. And your stealth individually was plenty high enough to avoid the notice of the guard who would have been on the backside of the house as you are stealthing around that area. So I will give you a round before everyone else, and then everyone will roll initiative, unless you can knock both of the guards out on a single round. So you have an action, bonus action, movement from wherever you are, which you would have been behind the back of the house. Where are you currently located on the map? I don't see.
Right there.
There you are. Okay, that's fine. Let me put my grid on just for a moment so you can see it. And there you should be on the grid now. Make sure you can see it there. Like best. And you, what would you like to do? What is your action?
Yeah, I think what is
What was that?
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I am going to coat my regular blade with the knockout, right?
Okay.
Kiara, you said you got up close and personal to one of these guys, so you were
Oh, yeah.
5 feet of one? Okay. So the one, all right, here's the plan, Alex. The one that's within 5 feet, I already am going to get sneak attack on this, like just period. And I'm also going to coat it in case that's not enough. So the first thing that I'm going to do is coat this. I'll roll my d6. That is not a 1. So I've coated the dagger with this. I am going to throw it, which I don't have disadvantage on attacks yet. Whew. Thank the Lord. Alex, I am going to assume... Actually, I don't know why I'm assuming. That's a natural 20, so a 27 to hit.
I'm going to assume a natural 20 hits.
I'm going to assume a natural 20 hits. Yes, you crit.
Crit.
You... Tell me, are you striking this guard in the back, then? With this dagger?
Yes.
Okay. There's a nearly silent, and a hilt is sticking out of the back shoulder of the guard that you were talking to, Kiara.
Oh shit.
Kiara just looks like that's exactly right.
I know that is a really. I know that took some time to resolve, but the fact that Kiara was like, "I make trouble when I don't get what I want," and like the second after,
very hot.
Love that. It's fucking beautiful.
When that dagger hilt appears on this guy's back, I look at Vice and I'm gonna reach up and remove my symbol and just put it in my pocket.
Yoink.
Oh, all right then. What is the damage on that? You did crit with sneak attack, so make sure you.
Jesus Christ!
Please don't kill them.
Come on, it's knockout.
Non-lethal critical damage.
I did ask where the dagger hit.
Yeah. If we're sticking it, like, I think the point that Taz is trying to get here is like getting this person down. And then another thing after I give you the damage, Alex, give me one.
Gonna need that damage. Yep.
10.
Knockout gas.
Straight to the bloodstream.
Straight to the bloodstream.
Okay, so Alex, here's what happens, right? 41 points of damage.
The guard drops.
Okay, cool. And as soon as that happens, I think Taz is going to step out from behind here. And Alex, I feel like it's fair to say at this point, given the situation, given Taz's past, that the anger that's there, I think, is enough for any of his psionic stuff to be like leaking out of his eyes at this point. Sure. So I think he steps out, and he's just kind of got that like weird layered voice he has sometimes when Dissonant Whispers goes off, and is just saying, "You've taken one of our companions, and if you want to live, drop your weapons and leave quietly, or I will break you."
You say that. You've used your action. You do have a second attack if you want to. Wait, do you have a second attack?
I used it. I didn't use my psionic dagger.
All right. You still have a bonus action and a movement if you want to do anything else before everything begins to happen.
I think as I'm saying that, I'm stepping forward menacingly so that I'm right up close. Personal.
Right up close. Okay. The guard that was by Kiara drops. Let me.
Did I kill him, or is he just like?
You are not sure.
Well,
currently
he's world. That's all that matters.
I will say these guards are armored and they seem pretty tough. On a meta level, they don't have 10 HP. They're higher than that. These are not traditional like base level guards. They're highly trained. But not sure. That guard drops. Tazriel, you complete your action. Everyone else immediately gets a chance to react. We are going to roll initiative.
I kind of want to break the door down.
I can get this going on One More Multiverse, and then if you want to roll individually, I will take your rolls and adjust them.
Did I fucking... Oh. Wait, what did I roll in here? Did I roll a 1? Oh my god, I rolled a 20 in here! Wait, no, I rolled a 19 plus 1.
I guess I'll keep my 17. That sounds good.
I have a 19.
You did have
I rolled a
19,
13 off. green. So
okay, a 13 for Kiara, and my guard actually rolled a 17. So I'm going to adjust that
fuck
in there.
yeah! It's you and me, bitch. I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you.
Where
I'm gonna
did
kick your
Vice
ass.
go? I disappeared Vice somewhere.
No, she's gone.
All right, Vice needs to roll initiative. Here we
go,
are.
bitch. Here we go, bitch. For once, I'm at the top of initiative. Wow, this is so exciting.
If you don't kill him, I'm going to.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to kill him.
If Matthias doesn't tell Taz not to kill this man, he's dying.
I don't want to kill them.
And then I need to change myself. Okay, so first up in initiative is
Just knock them out.
Matthias. Is Darren summoned with you?
He's hanging out with me. I think he's just on my person.
Okay, I'm going to add Darren into initiative then.
Yay! I always keep that motherfucking thing on me. That thing being my friend.
You keep your guy on you. There we
keep
go.
my guy
Darren
there.
got a 6. That is fine by me. We've got. Okay, I think we've got everyone that we need in our initiative here. So yes, Matthias, it is your turn. You should be good to go.
I want to do like a silent takedown of this guy, but I know that that's really tough. I feel like, can I grapple him and cover his mouth in one turn, or what can I do with that?
I'm into it. I will allow it.
Okay.
The guard that's still standing, if you want to give me a athletics check.
I would love to. Athletics.
Okay.
I do have athletics.
You
I
have
have
to
good athletics.
move
Come on.
up to him as well.
I move up to him. Oh, yes! Yes! That's a 24, bitch!
Against a natural 1.
yes.
This figure is probably he seems to be maybe 5'5" or so, not a very tall guy. Matthias just swaddled in your arms. You can get your arms over his mouth and these layers of fabric that you're wearing just kind of choke him up against you so we can't talk.
I do that, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, keep in mind that you can use one of your attacks to grapple. You still have a second attack if you want to take it.
Can I... Jeez. Can I hit him on the head real hard and try and knock him out?
Yeah, with the hilt of the blade.
I don't think I've drawn the blade yet.
That's true.
Think probably just with probably just with his fist, I would say.
All right.
He does have, let me see. He does have a dagger. He'll take a dagger, backhand of the dagger, just right in the
Give me an
schnoot,
attack
not
roll.
the schnoot, a temple. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was really bad. That was very bad. They are do I get a benefit for them being grappled?
No, they are not restrained, so you don't have advantage.
That was a 12.
12 will not hit.
I rolled a 2. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You plunk him on the head with your dagger, but it doesn't seem very effective at this. Like, you just don't do it hard enough because you don't want to hurt him. So there's like a little, kind of a little cut on the brow, but it doesn't do any. It's superficial. It doesn't cause any.
Okay. But I do have him grappled, and anybody who wants can hit him. Please don't kill him.
Yeah, you see eyes widen, immediately starts to shout into Matthias's arm, like glancing, kind of kicking as well. And that is going to be your turn, Matthias. Next in the order, Tazra, you may act once again.
Please just knock him out.
Hi, Alex. The human guy viewed, I forgot this, but I think Taz would to activate his empower his psionic daggers his last turn since he couldn't do it. So I'm gonna mark that off. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I? So this is just me asking flavor wise, because I think what would happen, right? So still making my 2 attacks, my 2 big boys. I think it would be really thematically cool if Taz just kind of walked up and was just boring his eyes into this man, trying to psychically fuck him up. And if Matthias said don't kill him, whatever damage I would do, I think I would like it just to, if this is okay, Alex, to just be he's just gonna be stuck in his head for a little bit, for however long he's
Fine with that.
unconscious.
You can do psionic damage with your daggers, so I can have that be mental, a mental effect.
Cool. So yeah, he like Taz is walking up, those like psionic like energy lines pouring out of the eyes. And yeah, I'm gonna make my 2 attacks, which Matthias okay. Good, okay. I'm gonna make my 2 attacks. Yeah, that is gonna be a 22 and a 19.
Okay. Yes, you can get sneak attack on the first one because Matthias is grappling. Give me that damage.
I love being a strong boy.
Grappled. Alright, here we go. There we go. I love that I can give him the grappled condition and it shows that he's being squished.
No squish.
As he fucking deserves. Get fucked. Really good. Okay. 10, 20.
Excellent. Oh, the cat is screaming.
37 points of psychic damage. And it's just Taz glaring menacingly at him.
He just kind of sags in your arms, Matthias. The head droops. He's not unconscious, just kind of groans like a terrible migraine. Kind of heaves a little bit.
And I think when that happens, like Taz just gets in, leans in a lot closer. So I think the only one that's going to do this is Matthias. I know you have my friend. And if we don't get them back, I'm going to take so much pleasure in breaking you. Mine first. And then your body.
Just gonna dry heaving as you do this. Is that for the first attack? Do you have more damage for the second?
No, that's both attacks. Rolled everything.
Okay. He's still awake, but struggling. Next in the order... Oish.
We know about this guard in the back, right?
Yeah, Taz would have communicated that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is another guard in the back.
Watch out for the other guard.
Time.
It's wizard time, bitch!
It's wizard time.
Very cute.
Yes. So y'all are grappling this one guard. Is the other one unconscious right now?
The other one in front of us is unconscious.
I'm gonna walk over to that one.
In the snow with a dagger in his back.
Yeah, I walk over to that one and I take his staff.
Okay.
Appropriates your staff.
I know. And the other one is doubled over and looks kind of out of commission.
Yeah.
Can I take that one too?
You can take one staff. The other guard is still holding on to it, so it'll take a specific action to wrest it from him.
I'm not that strong. I'll just take that one. And I will use my action to look this over and try to get an idea of how this works.
Excellent. I
feel like they have this handled. Mm-hmm.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
If you are proficient with any kind of tools right now related to weaponry, okay, then just intelligence.
I mean, I have weapons proficiencies, but
no, like blacksmith tools or
no, just jeweler's tools, which is like jewelry. Yeah. So okay, that's a +5. 15.
That is just the DC. Looking this over, this is a very long, surprisingly light spear. You usually wouldn't feel very comfortable carrying a spear, but this is kind of similar, I think, to the staff that you have on your back in terms of being, you think then it's likely hollow due to the weight of it. Looking it over, it seems like there is a kind of handle down towards the lower part that you can twist.
Give it a little experimental twist.
The top of it sparks.
Huh.
Master has given Dovey a cattle prod.
What?
Master has given Dovey a cattle prod.
I'm just so interested in trying it out, but the only person here is currently being grappled by Matthias, and I feel like that would conduct in a way that's uncomfortable.
Oh, Matthias will be fine. Hit him.
Do it.
Fucking hit him. Do it.
All right. Always twists it, sees it kind of go like that, and goes, oh. And then literally in one moment, like in a swift movement, just brings it down and is like,
It does take an action to attack.
bam. And I already used my action.
I've done this before as a ruling, which is to allow you to take a bonus action to make a check and an action. That isn't D&D rules
Sweet.
allowed usually, but I will sometimes allow it and sometimes won't, depending on how I'm feeling, if I think it makes narrative sense. I think the twist and poke is enough of a fluid motion that I'll allow it. So
Hell yeah.
give me an attack roll. Are you proficient with spheres?
Fears?
Spears?
Oh, I was like, can you be proficient with spears?
I ponder the spear. I think
Spear proficiency.
I'm proficient with orbs. I'm a fucking wizard.
Oh my god.
However, to answer your question, I'm proficient with any light weapon. So if this is a light weapon, I am proficient.
No.
A sphere isn't light?
Dean, I do not believe so.
I'm also
It's a
proficient with
simple-
quarterstaffs.
A spear is a simple melee weapon.
What is a spear if not a quarterstaff with a little knife
Wait,
on the
What
end?
is a spear if not a quarterstaff, Alex?
Wait, I'm sorry.
Quarterstaff is a light weapon.
I have a question. Is it light weapons you're
No, it's
proficient
not.
with, or
I'm
simple
proficient
weapon?
with quarterstaffs specifically, not just I'm proficient with crossbow.
just roll
light
your
weapons,
dice. I feel like-
dagger, dart, quarterstaff.
It
sling.
might still work
light
out, you know?
weapons. Is a spear a light weapon, Alex?
It's not.
Oh, well, can't help you.
Give it a shot.
Give me
try.
an attack roll using your strength, and do not add proficiency.
The worst thing that could happen
That's
is you hit
so-
me.
Fucking rude.
And I think that's funny.
And I can't make any argument that this is a dex. It has to be strength.
Of course it's strength.
Well, I'm not trying to stick it in. I'm just trying to electrocute. Like touch.
So you're not trying to go in, you're going for the shocker?
Still going
Yeah.
to be.
Hmm.
I love interesting arguments, but I think to try and poke someone with a spear, I'm gonna stick to melee for this.
Thrown and
Hmm.
versatile.
Okay. It's just. Hang on. Okay, so it's a -3 to hit.
Jesus.
Love that.
I think.
You got it. You totally got it.
I did roll a 19, so it's a
Yeah!
16 to hit.
Nice.
You just hit his armor class.
Yay!
Yeah, fuck
There's
this
one
guy.
of 2 rolls you could have made to actually hit him.
Wizards stay winning.
You kind of aim and just stick. It seems like they are wearing chainmail, like these are pretty heavily armored guards, but because he's doubled over, you can just kind of, I don't know, get him between the armor, and there's a crackle sizzle. Could you roll for me a d6 plus 2d8?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
And subtract 3.
In faith, I cannot. I don't know if I have d8s. Hang on.
I can roll it if you'd like.
No. I got it. Hang on. They're down
Or
here.
you can roll it on multiverse too, if you want.
D8s. Oh, wait, I do have a d8 out here. Okay, so you said a d6.
A d6 plus 2d8.
2d8. 8. 7. So a 1 on the d6, but then an 8 and a 7 on the d8. So 15, 16. Unless the
Minus
d6
3.
is yes.
So 13.
Yes.
Okay. You stick, twist, sizzle, and Matthias, you feel him just completely go limp. a bit of smoke issuing up from the hair.
Fuck.
Huh.
Those are nasty.
I slowly retract.
Now, Awaish, while you have the handle turn, it is no longer sparking at the tip. It seems like whatever charge it had, you've used up.
But now this guy's got his
ones?
spear. I lay the body gently down on the ground, and then we'll get the other spear.
Great,
next.
Sure.
Are you moving any further away, or is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Bonus action. Okay. The guard from behind the house.
Oh, he's moving.
Oh wait, that's no longer where you are, right? You moved.
Oh,
No, she's down next to me.
yes, I'm. Oh, my staff has done the thing again, where it's like floating above me in
Floating
a strange
staff.
ethereal
Stop
fashion.
Stop turning.
But it's funny.
Stop. I can't move your staff.
That's close enough.
That
fine.
works.
Okay. Then this guard shouts,
Oh,
gets a
motherfucker.
good look at you,
Bitch.
shouts, and then takes the sphere that they are holding and presses it against the fence and turns the handle. And I'm going to
you
need
electrified the dang fence.
everyone who's within 5 feet of the fence to make a dexterity saving throw.
Wow, this is just like Jurassic Park.
How do we know if we're within 5 feet of the fence?
I'm going to say that would have
fence.
been Matthias, Tazrael, and Awaish because the guards were
Okay.
standing by.
If you are within 10 feet of me, you have a +3 on this.
I love that.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah, nice. I got an 18.
Nice.
Ooh.
So Taz and Oish add a little +3.
23.
It fell
Love
all
a
the way
good
down.
dex save.
Sorry.
What?
That'll be a 25 because I rolled a 20.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So each of you got above a 16?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Then you each take 7 points of lightning damage
Okay.
as the fence sparks and then begins to, these little kind of offshoots of white energy kind of splitting off of it as it electrifies. At the same time, a loud noise begins to emit.
Uh-oh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Do I have any lightning in here? I don't think
See
I
if
have
I can
lightning.
get
I
it.
do have thunder.
How dare you? You know annoying sounds are my weakness.
We got the
Thunder's
other
cool.
two down quietly, and then this third motherfucker.
That's not
Why did you stay back there?
Ruin
okay.
the problem.
Now all of the refinery knows we're here.
You know what? Honestly,
A alarm begins to sound kind of like a foghorn, almost like a wah noise
damn it.
booming out.
Right.
And you see some more lights go on within the house, as well as
Good.
the lights at the factory glow brighter.
Great.
And that guard has taken a movement and an action. That is where they will stay. Kiara, it is your turn.
Does there seem to be any immediate response from anywhere around us based on the electrocution of the fence and stuff?
Not that anyone has taken a chance to. It's just happened. So
It's just
you don't
happened,
see
okay.
anyone besides that one guard who activated the fence. No one appears out of thin air. There's no, guns that train on you. This has just been notified.
This is rough because everything Kiara wants to do is a spell.
Do it.
You know, Kiara was gonna spare the dead guy, but now she's just like, they're not letting me get to Barden. This is bullshit. I'm stoned. Something. She's gonna. And I guess she's getting into the role of the princess who's been denied.
Oh god.
So we're gonna Eldritch Blast the guard.
All right. You're just using a cantrip, so just roll your Eldritch Blast for me. You are not close enough to any of the oil here that you are going to affect anything necessarily.
That's also what she was thinking, is that I haven't seen oil around here anywhere. All right, that's an 18 on the die plus 8 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage on your Eldritch Blast as you shoot a little poof.
D10.
I want to see if I know that they added some like spell casting stuff in here. I'm looking to see.
Oh, hold on. What is this? Let's see. I've got 2 beams. So one is, the first beam is 10, and then the second beam is 8.
I think that this is going to be a really interesting
Excellent.
Study
18.
of what happens when a power vacuum is left in a certain geographical area.
Nah. We're going to uplift Morn and the others.
Yeah.
Killing all of them?
Power vacuum.
No, the people are taking
Union
the
in
means
charge,
of production.
duh.
Oh my god. They added so many spell effects. Let's do this one. This one looks nice. Boop. 18 points of damage to this guard, which just flames lick up the chainmail. And you can see kind of a wary position holding the sphere up now that it's no longer pointed towards the fence, towards you.
Alex, you do keep saying sphere.
You
You really do.
I think it should be canon that these things break down into a spear.
Yeah.
Into a sphere.
Yeah. You're now Jesus.
Bor.
The guard points a pointy stick at you, Kiara, and seems grumpy. Is that all that you are doing?
I think Kiara is going to move a little bit over to between, like, basically right here.
Okay.
And once Kiara casts the Eldritch Blast, she immediately looks around for, like, oozes. And then whispers loudly to Awish, I think we're okay.
No ooze. Thank you for the raid. Hello, we're fighting.
Thank you for the raid.
We're fighting evil bosses.
Mm-hmm.
It is Vice's turn. Vice looks towards the electric fence, towards the guard over there. Matthias, having taken off his Black Order symbol, kind of shrugs and is going to run up to this guard with her rapier drawn.
Kick his ass, Grandma.
Beat his ass.
Beat his ass.
I've booked this.
You got so many hit points now. Go for it.
That's true. She does have so many hit points and even more nice, cool things that she can do. Vice is going to attack with her rapier with a... Damn, unfortunately, a 2 does not hit. Second attack is a 7 is a 14. I'm going to expend a superiority dice. Let's see. Do the damage roll. Just kidding. Actually does not hit, just rolled very poorly, unfortunately.
No!
Seems like a rapier is not the most effective weapon against this guard wearing chainmail. But we'll spend a bonus action, I believe it is, for... Yes. It's going to point towards Kiara? No. One moment. It's going to actually point towards Matthias, yes. And say, if we're doing this Valerian. And then you are going to gain, Maddie, I think it's a D8.
Oh?
Yes, a D8, and she's got 5 of them. Oh, Matthias, you get 7 temporary HP.
Oh!
As she rallies you.
Oh my god, I'm rallied! Hell
Okay.
yeah!
That is Vice's turn. Next in the order is Darren.
My baby.
Darren.
Oh, he's on my hip. But if he'd like to do something, he is more than welcome to.
I think in his folded state where he is, I don't think he's gonna do anything. He's just hanging out on you. He's not flying out. He's not patrolling. You guys seem to have this handled, and he, using his blind sight, is decently aware of that. Yeah. He seems to be interested in the electricity, though. Like, you just hear a little, that's interesting.
I wonder if we could put it on the end of our stuff.
Could be dangerous.
Oh, Darren's not really it.
Yes.
He doesn't have a lot of perception, does he?
No. Darren has blind sight, but he is not very good at noticing things. It's like if you... Just because you can see everything doesn't mean you want to pay attention to it.
I feel like this house has an escape route. I feel like it has an escape route that goes into the woods. And I'm just saying, maybe that's something that we need to look for.
No, yeah. I mean, if we get into that house and there's no one there, we'll find it.
I did mention, because Tazriel did get an excellent roll on perception, that there is a storm cellar grate out back.
Oh, yeah.
And Taz would have conveyed that.
Yes. So you did notice that. Next in the order after Darren, we are back to the top of the order, Matthias. There's just this one guard here, although, Matthias, you act on initiative count 20. So on initiative count 20, like before you take your turn, there is a reaction that begins to happen. There is a sweeping light, almost like the light from a lighthouse, which I think I had mentioned you had seen previously as you approach the refinery, that begins to light up at the top of a tower from the top of the refinery and sweep out over the woods in a circle, like a search lantern sweeping over the woods. You also see two large, dark, winged figures take flight from the top of the refinery.
What? Okay, interesting. Cool. Super cool.
Does anyone have any content warnings around bats? Any spooky bat stuff I have to remember? Just
bats?
Snakes.
No, I'm good.
Love a bat.
I will, in the group chat, say, fucking look out for attacks from above or some shit. And then, this other body's on the ground. Vice is taking care of that other guard. How tall is this fence?
The fence is 10 feet tall.
10 fucking feet. Jesus. Okay, how do I calculate my vertical leap again? I feel like, how tall?
When you make a high jump, you can leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength, I believe.
3 plus my strength, you say? No. Damn. That's all right.
You can move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So yes, you can
That'll only get me to 9 feet. So,
9 feet.
But
if you climb a tree and jump,
you have got to be able.
Wait, no, here we go.
As tall as you are,
literally jump 9 feet into the air, Matthias. I'll allow you to make an athletics check to try and jump higher.
I'm interested in that. Is insane. I'm interested in that. But so this fence is electrified, right?
Yes.
Correct? What if, Tazriel, what if I throw you over the fence? So you can get into the house and start looking for these people? Or would that be bad?
I support you doing that. Taz won't fucking stop you. He'll help.
Okay. Okay. All right. Shit. I'm guessing that they don't have any tall things nearby.
No, the trees are far away enough from the fence that you can't just climb from a tree over. They've been specifically cut down in an area around the house.
And
although they might appear to be closer then.
Oashia's busy. I don't think we've got anyone who can cast fly right now. So I'm gonna try and yeet Taz over the fence.
Yes.
Like work together to try and boost him up over the fence without touching it.
Yeah, what's up, PJ?
Yeah, would this be like a is what's happening here? Is it like Matthias, you're doing like the hand thing when you like boost somebody up so then
100%. It can be like a you back up and run towards me, I'm on my knee, and then I squat as you like flip.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You guys are next to each other in initiative order, so I can allow you to take your turns interacting with each other. There's no one between you.
Yeah.
Super important question about that, Alex. I have 35 feet of movement, but it's halved. So is it rounded up or like, what is it?
Oh gosh, is your speed halved?
Yeah, my speed's halved right now.
From
35.
Yes. Speed halved. So 35 halved, I'm gonna say...
It's like 17, but
we'll call it 17 because people using 1 foot of movement does matter if you move a foot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna need an acrobatics check from Tazriel, and I'm gonna need an athletics check from Matthias.
Great. Let's fucking do it. All right. I have an inspiration, I think. So I'm going to use that because this is a bad roll. That's so much better. Hey, that's going to be a 28.
Okay.
With disadvantage, mine is an 18.
All right. You're only going to take half damage. Tazriel, once again, you're coming in within 5 feet of the fence, even though you're not, like, impaling yourself on it. You clear it fairly easily. Matthias, you're just tall enough standing next to this fence, combined with Tazriel, that when he steps up into your hand and you boost, you're able to fairly decently, like, clear the fence, and Taz, you can kind of roll, flip, and land on the other side.
Fully just, like, yeeting him into the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully.
The kind of weights that you can lift and throw around Maddie are crazy. You're just that big. So
big boy.
It's not, too difficult. But as you kind of just like come within range of the top of the fence, Taz, this little white arc of energy just kind of like off of you, and let's see, I rolled. You take 9 points of lightning damage.
That's fine. He's fine.
And you find yourself on the other side of this fence here.
Yeah. I don't think I can do any more actions. So I think that that's going to be my turn, but I fully intend on trying to get everybody else in there as well. Hopefully Tazriel can find a switch or something, though.
Okay, so Alex, that was my movement. Do I still have my bonus action?
You do still have your bonus action, yeah. I'm gonna...
So it was movement and action?
Movement and action you've used.
Okay, cool. Well, then, yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action then to double my movement speed.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I am over here. In here.
There should be, let me make sure that this portal is made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside.
You can go through that door. I just gotta connect it to the right location. Here we are. Destination level should be the house. And linked. There you go. You should be able to travel through that door now, I believe.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yep, there we go. There we go.
Shh, don't tell anyone what you see on the other side. It's a secret.
Me? I don't see anything.
Oh, man.
All right, that is your turn, Tazriel. Oish.
So I just watched Matthias yeet Tazriel over. I don't want to yeet.
You don't want to do a flip?
No, I can't do a flip. So I will take the other staff. I mean, does this one still, like, does retwisting it shock it back up, or is it like it's one use?
It seems to be one use. You're not sure how to recharge it.
All right. I'll pick up the new one.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my bonus action, let's see what happens when I use some magic. I'd like to Misty Step up to the doorstep of this house.
Okay. Are you using your Ghost Step tattoo, or are you Misty Stepping?
Misty Stepping.
Misty Step. It's a first level spell. Could you...
Second level, I believe.
Second level spell. All right. Oh, wait, would you give me a dexterity saving throw as well?
Aha! Oh! Now am I making the save before or after I land from the Misty Step?
As you cast the spell.
Okay, so I have the +3 from Matthias.
Yes.
Got it. That is a 17 plus 5 is 22. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take half damage.
Okay.
As you Misty Step within range of this fence, you begin to cast this spell. The electricity, this like energy that's arcing around the fence, shifts color. Goes from white to just like an inky black for a moment, almost like someone has flipped a switch of some kind, and hairs on the back of your neck go up. It's like trying to cast a spell through fog or smoke. It's difficult to force the energy through. You disappear, reappear, and you take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, but I'm at the doorstep now.
You're at the doorstep.
Okay.
You can walk inside if you'd like.
I would love to walk inside if the door's not locked, yeah.
The door is... Oh, actually, I'm gonna need Taz. The door would have been locked. I did have you travel through the portal, but if you could give me a check with your thieves' tools.
I'd love to do that for you, Alex.
Because it's... Tools. You didn't need... Also, you can do this instead of dashing.
Yeah. God, I love being a rogue. I rolled a 10 and an 18. That's a 17.
A 17? Excellent. Taz, take an additional 5 points of lightning damage. And the door is unlocked. Taz has picked it. OH, if you also want to travel through that portal, you're welcome to do so.
Hooray! Okay,
One of us.
Just hit 2 when you're near the door.
Okay, cool. Portal. Go alone.
Next, after Oish, is this guard who is by Vice. Is going to try and poke Vice with the sphere. Which is
I'll kill you!
A 77 will not hit. Vice is wearing her order armor, so the sphere just kind of clinks off, and then the guard pulls back, and I think backs away, allowing Vice to take an opportunity attack. You guys seem to be going inside the house, and this guard does not seem interested in engaging directly. Vice makes an opportunity attack using a bonus action, which hits, and is going to be 4 plus that, leaving the guard limping away but not unconscious. Slashes with their rapier at their feet as they kind of trip and then make their way to the riverbank. That is that guard's go. I've got to add my other guys to the initiative order, so let me add an NPC here. See if I can bring one. For the time being, I think let's have Kiara. You begin to take your turn while I get that set up.
Kiara sees what Awaish did and is like, Matthias, how will you get in?
I can jump.
Okay, I can't. And Kiara's gonna cast Misty Step.
Yay!
Kiara, Misty Step friend!
Kiara, Misty Step friend.
Yay!
All right, Kiara, could you also give me a dexterity saving throw as you cast Misty Step?
And that is... So Kiara is further away from the fence. She was not in the radius of the original fence.
Oh, true.
Dex save.
You're still going to need to give me one as you go over there. Past the fence.
Just checking.
And I don't need... only need one.
That's a 15 plus 1 on Dex save, right? 16.
Okay, Kiara, you take 14 points of necrotic damage as you appear on the other side of the fence as the spell resolves.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that Kiara would have Misty stepped the 30 feet and will go in.
Okay.
Through the open door.
You can travel through the door, Kiara. I will put you... You can get through... Yeah, there you go. And next, 2 large bat-shaped creatures fly from the roof of the factory over and one of them lands on top of one of the trees here, the other moving down towards the ground, kind of hovering between Vice and Matthias at this point. There we go. And you see what seems to be a stone bat gargoyle, which is going to just... Here we are. Yes. Excellent. Matthias, one reaches to pick you up in its claws, the other reaches for Vice.
Uh-oh.
Does a 19 hit you, Maddie?
It surely does.
Okay. And a 7+. That is not going to hit Vice. Vice dodged out of the way under some tree cover. Maddie, you take 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
From being picked up in these claws. And then these guys have got 60 feet of fly speed. You are lifted into the air by this clawed winged creature. And with its fly speed from previously, you are only lifted 20 feet off of the ground.
Okay, I'm 20 feet off the ground?
Yes, Matthias is 20 feet off the ground. Cool. The other one had missed Vice, and then attempts with these, like, sort of stone mandibles to just kind of bite you in the shoulder. That is going to be a 7 to hit on the bite.
For me?
Yep.
That misses.
Okay. And that will hit Vice for a 7 points of damage. Maddie, you are now 20 feet off the ground. That is the gargoyle's turn.
Amazing.
Vice, it takes... Oh my god, so many hit points. Vice.
She's got so many hit points. It's incredible.
Take points of damage. That is the gargoyles go. Next in the order after them is Vice. You okay up there, Valerian?
Ah! I'm fine.
Okay then. And since you are already rallied... Oh, keep in mind that the damage you took from the gargoyle would probably have only knocked off your temporary HP.
Yeah, I took 7. It got rid of my temporary HP and took me down by 1, so I'm good.
Okay, perfect.
I'm good.
Vice has got a crossbow. She doesn't use it very often, but she will pull out this light crossbow and put away her rapier and take a shot towards the gargoyle that is holding you with a crossbow.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. 14 to hit, which misses. These things are made of stone, so it doesn't seem very effective.
Shit.
A second crossbow bolt pings off of the wings with a 17 to hit, which will hit. And these things are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. It's just a light crossbow. So let's see here. Half of 12 is 6 points of damage to one of the gargoyles. Doesn't seem particularly swayed by the bolt that pings off of its wing. You're still in the air. But she will expend a superiority dice. I think she can help you here to do a little wiggle or something like that. So she will... Matthias, if you want to use your reaction, I will allow you to... You can use a reaction to move up to half its speed. If you want to use a reaction to try and free yourself from the claws, I'll allow you to do it.
I'll do that. I'll wiggle.
Okay, give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Definitely athletics. That's a 23.
A 23. You drop from the gargoyle. You are going to
I'm gonna fall.
Some damage as you fall.
Yes, indeed.
And 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah, it's not so bad. Oh boy. All right, cool.
It just kind of like tears at your cloak a little bit, but
my
besides
cloak.
that, and you get that knee pain from like landing really hard.
Classic knee pain.
Maddie's joints are gonna be Fuck, 2060.
God.
He's not making it
again-
to 60.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is Vice's turn. She expended
He'll
his
be
priority
undead by
die
then.
and
Fine.
also did a little bit of extra damage to this guy.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that is Vice's turn. Next in the order is Matty Boy. Since Darren, I'm
Wait, isn't
assuming
it-
still?
Is Darren doing
He's with
anything
me.
with... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and throw Vice over the fence.
Okay. Wait, actually, Matthias, I'll give you one moment. Would you like to stay on the outside of the fence and help Vice over, or do you want to try and fall inside the fence because you were being held right over it?
I cannot leave her out there. I can't leave
She
her
can
out there.
try and get in by herself.
I know she can try and get in by herself, but I don't see a way for her to get in currently. And there are 2 gargoyles out there. So I understand that I could try and fall into the inside, and I thought about that, but he's not going to leave her out on the outside of the fence with gargoyles.
A sweetness.
Makes sense.
So
I like that.
he's fully gonna clunk, 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 and reach towards her and just like do the same thing, fold hands, and try and heave her.
All right. Now she is kind of occupied with the crossbow, like aiming at the gargoyles. Her turn isn't next to her. She doesn't have the ability to really help you here. So give me
I can
an athletics
also
check.
I can also skip and wait and hold my action for her turn.
I think I'd rather you do this now.
Okay.
If only because it makes sense to, like, he would immediately charge, do it. Give me an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay, disadvantage. Okay, come on. Oh, fuck. That's a 12.
A 12. You throw Vice up, and she catches on the top of the fence and then falls down on the other side.
Oh, ow.
She doesn't get to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid the damage. Okay. Vice kind of, like, smashes into the fence. There's these arcs of lightning. Falls down on the other side, drops her crossbow, takes 18 points of lightning damage. You see the white streaks in her hair also. Like, there's a few black streaks from the just sizzle of her hair electrifying, and she... Not very well done. But picks herself up.
We're gonna laugh about this later.
God, that stings. She's on the other side of the fence now, Matthias.
Okay.
You've used your movement and your action.
Yes,
If you have
I'm
a bonus
good to
action
go.
you'd like to do? Okay. All right. Then...
Do I have any bonus actions? I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I want to determine what is happening inside the house as everyone else is inside, and I want to kind of have this happen smoothly, could I get... We're going to do, Maddie, one more attack from you on the gargoyles and your turn, and then I'm going to put you inside the house if you make it, and you won't have a turn inside the house, and everyone else will. So we'll just kind of split
Sounds-
it around so we can see everyone inside the same map,
Awesome. Okay,
if that works.
that
Just
sounds
not
great
all different.
to
But,
me.
that is going to be a 24 to hit you from a gargoyle.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that one will not. That's an 11. A 15?
No.
Okay. And a 16.
No.
Okay, just one hit, which means, Maddie, you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay. All right, cool.
Mostly this thing kind of scrapes you up into its claws now. You're not super injured. The other one tries to get at you like they're fighting over a piece of meat, but because of the stone claws, like they're just kind of scraping off of each other with this loud noise in your ear. And you are now, it's now your turn. You're being held maybe just kind of 10 feet in the air as these two things are fighting over you.
Everybody wants my ass. Okay. My solution is that I am going to try and grapple out and like fall over onto the other side of the fence.
Once again, you can give me another athletics check with ice. You can also use acrobatics if you would like, but...
Athletics, that's a 25.
Okay, you free yourself, you fall one more, just a dex saving throw from you as well.
Oh, that's good. That was a 20.
Okay, 5 bludgeoning, and from falling within 5 feet of the fence, but half damage. Oh my god, those some good rolls. You take 11 points of lightning.
Ow. From half?
A little sizzle.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nobody else took 5.
It's 4d8.
My god. The dice hate
A
me.
lot for necrotic. I took like 11.
You took necrotic and lightning are different.
Oh.
Matthias is just getting, like,
Oh,
like
buddy.
beat up and just falls over on the other side. Gets gets shocked on the ass a little bit as he runs to the door and falls in.
Use those paladin spells you worked so hard for.
I was like, yeah, heal thyself, sir.
I will.
And Sloan, you may also travel through that door.
Oh yeah, I get to go through the door. Oh, I gotta click on my thing. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Put me through the door. T. Wom 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 wom. Oop. I'm in a dark corner. Come over here. Here I am.
Now that you kind of pushed yourself inside, I want to make sure. Oh, it took you out of combat. How wild.
That's okay. I had a 20.
That's true. Matthias had a 20.
19?
You had a 19.
Why am I so short?
All right. 20 and a 19 for Taz. And I think, Kiara, you had a 12? Or a 13?
I think 13.
13. And Oish, you had a 17? Okay.
This is fun.
Perfect.
We have fun here.
I'm having a great time.
And Vice also was a little bit lower with, I believe it was a 12. Okay. There we are. You have pushed your way inside. We had Maddie kind of do a quick turn. So, Tazril, you had a 19, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me make sure that all those are saved. Taz, it is your turn as you enter through first.
Okay, I have walked in here and I see a person right in.
Yes. There is an elven man with long silver hair falling past shoulders, and elegant, what seems to be sort of a gray trench coat with these billowing purple sleeves. High-collared white shirt tucked into dark slacks, boots, as well as some of the same, like, kind of, again, you didn't see it, but some of these, like, gold embroidery elements on the sleeves of the coat.
Okay, yeah, I think. Oh man, I kept forgetting about that Devour Intellect thing. Okay, I think that Taz has come in, seen this, still furious, still like is going to immediately attack, and the whole time is
Damn.
Actually, here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna say, "Where is she?" and give like 2 seconds for this person to answer. And if they don't, like the briefest of seconds.
I'm sorry, who?
Yeah, that's it. That's fucking it. Yeah, no, he's gonna attack. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a 24 and a 26.
Okay, give me aim of a 24 and a 26 should both hit.
They fucking better. Shit. If they don't, we're a little fucked. Again, he's gonna take a few steps forward. He's got his 2 psionic stuff out, and okay.
Sorry, what were the rolls again? A 20 what?
24.
Okay.
26.
Yep. You do not have sneak.
I don't have sneak attack right now, correct.
Mhm.
20 points of psychic damage.
20 points of psychic damage. Okay. This man kind of just reels a little bit as there's this flash of psionic energy, both by 2 daggers by the sides of his head, and just kind of leans forward a little. Doesn't seem to have... Let's see. All right.
Doesn't seem to what?
In terms of how much it seems to have affected him, he's a very strong-willed, or maybe has a lot of hit points. It is not bloodied him.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I think after Taz, he'll say, "The next thing out of your mouth better be the truth, or you'll regret it." And that's his turn.
Okay.
Damn!
Jesus Christ.
Add him to the initiative.
To bug.
Agnita just starts purring in Kara's head.
Oh my god, hottie!
I love Agnita.
Okay, next in the order, entering immediately after Tazriel is Awaish.
Awaish takes a look at the carnage that has just happened. Sticks... One hand is on this staff that they've taken. Sticks a hand in their pocket, and just very leisurely strides forward a little bit and just gets a look at the area. I'm just trying to case the joint a bit to see A, what the electricity situation is inside, and B, if there's anything in here that looks valuable.
All right, give me a perception or investigation check.
Absolutely. What am I? I'm kind of even on those two, actually. Okay. Where'd my d20 go? Book. I have 1 d20 today, and it's right away! Alright, I'm using this... Oh, there it is, right in front of my fucking face. That is a 15. I rolled a 9.
A 15. It is a very expensive looking location. You see portraits on the walls, candelabra, just a variety of accoutrements that are characteristic of an incredibly wealthy noble person. Immediately notable is the fact that there are a number of mechanical elements spread throughout here. So a desk in the far corner that has a number of, looks like gears and miniature models, as well as lighting in here that is all the same as the lamps on the outside of the factory, but gilded. Like these beautifully intricate sort of like metal, gold, bronze, and pewter lamps that are glowing with this steady light inside that you could not see from outside. Again, I said the lights had gone on when you had attacked, so maybe these went on, but everything in here seems to be powered by that same force of electricity. It looks like the residence of someone or multiple people who are very adept both with tools and are used to having a lot of money.
Right. I think Awaish will take all this in and then just kind of crane their head back a little and go, "My friend's particularly sharp objects aside, I think it would do well for us to work together. It seems that we have some things to learn from each other."
You have made your way into my house unannounced, without an appointment. I am prepared to repel you with all force required.
Well, after that, then.
Okay. That is 6 seconds. Anything else you've made that you've done all good, Awaish? You want to direct Darren to do anything? I can also pull him out.
Hang on. I might I'm gonna summon Darren as my bonus action to manifest mind.
Okay.
Just to pop him up into those candelabras.
He manifests the swirling eyes, the feathers expanding out, and kind of investigates up towards the ceiling. That is your go. Awaish, you've just entered.
Yeah, I think that I walked about to here in the room.
Perfect.
Maybe it's kind of hard to in between those two squares, kind of. It makes you look kind of above the square that you're on, but yeah.
There we go. Shouldn't snap anymore.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, and Darren, he's gonna put him over there. Next is Kiara. You also just made your way through the doors.
Let's see. Hearing the person be like, I'm prepared to repel you with whatever force necessary. Kiara is going to walk up to where Oasia is, like by Oasia a little bit, and say, we're prepared to use whatever force necessary to get our friend back, and I think you will like our version a little less. And then Kiara is going to hold a firebolt until this person makes any aggressive action. Like any move that looks like either signaling someone or whether it's casting, anything at all. Basically just give me a reason, buddy.
Holding a firebolt, and Vice kind of stumbles through the door next, smoking a little bit. No longer has a rapier or a crossbow out, just kind of hands ready, gloves ready. Is she here? Looks around, doesn't see Barden. Seems to recognize the man standing before you with a bit of a groan. Oregon. And he greets with a Master. Did not realize the Order was interfering in our business these days. Then we have stuff with Matthias. Happens outside. Darren, I think is going to maybe see if he can get a lantern off the wall. Or, like, look at the goopy guts of electricity. He's going to make an investigation check with a natural one.
Baby.
Not doing too well. And then coming down the stairs from the upper level is another cloaked figure. Not another cloaked figure. A cloaked figure with a hood up, blue hair, sort of a soft blue, kind of long, braided, elegant cloak, also with this gold trim, these gold detailings that seem almost like little gears or little stars that are connected by a wiring. And immediately, I wanted to know, because Kiara, you might need to use your reaction here, but seems to be holding something.
Like in their hand?
In their hand. It is it almost looks like a large spoon. Like a very large silver spoon. Thank you.
Kiara doesn't like that.
So you can firebolt either the person who's coming down the stairs or the next.
Let's do the person coming down the stairs.
Okay, give me a firebolt.
Let's see, that's a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so that's going to be a straight 2d10 fire damage. Ooh, okay. That is going to be 14 fire damage.
Okay. The fire seems to flicker off and then absorb into the cloak that he's wearing. So he only takes 7 points of fire damage, and then this material that he's wearing starts flickering with flames. And using that reaction, then taking his action, he kind of pulls back this large spoon, and there's a like a clicking noise, almost like something's loading up, and then pointing it towards, I think you, Kiara, from the attack, since you were triggering, does a 17 hit you, Kiara?
Yes.
All right. A little packet of some kind, like this little blob of dark, just flings from this launcher towards you and splashes across you, and you take 6 points of acid damage.
Okay. And that was from
the person coming down the stairs, who I will tell you is Neil Waspman.
Oh no.
Wasp.
Okay. What? I'm just trying to measure the distance between me and that person.
That it should have been about 20 feet, I think.
Okay. Well, in which case, Kiara is going to Hellish Rebuke somewhere in here. That's a thing I can do. No, I don't think my reaction wasn't that. I can't do that. But what I can do is use my Warding Flare. Oh no, that's a reaction too. Never mind, I can't use that either. Never mind, I got no reactions. We're just hanging out.
Okay.
So sorry, how much acid damage did you say that was?
6.
6. Okay.
That is Neil's turn, and then finally, right before Matthias enters, it is Baron Crucible's turn.
Let's see what this bitch can do.
Give it to me.
All right. Oh my god, he's got so much fun stuff. He steps. Is he engaged with anyone? He's engaged with Tazrael, so he's not going to step back.
He can if he wants, Alex. I suppose.
No, I don't think so. He just holds out a hand and opens it, and you see a little, like a small metal spear drop to the ground and go ping, 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 and then it explodes within the house. Every creature within 20 foot of this bomb must make a dexterity saving throw. Which, you know what, Maddie, you should make one too, because you're walking in right at this moment.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, just make it.
That's gonna be everyone.
Wait, hold on a second. I argue that if I am within spitting distance of this fucking massive bomb, by the looks of it, then I should be able to get off I should be able to do one of my channel divinities.
If you have a channel divinity as a reaction.
I do have a channel divinity as a reaction.
I will allow it.
If I am opening the door and see this fireball coming at me, I am going to just reach out as a reaction and use my Ossuary Aegis.
Yeah, I'm very into it. You are allowed to do it.
Okay, so this is only, it gives resistance. It's fire? Is this fire? Is that what's happening?
It is fire damage, yes.
Okay, summon the spirit to protect you or your allies. How many people can I cover with this? A number of creatures up to your charisma modifier within 60 feet of me. So that is 3 people is my charisma modifier. Taz, fucking hell. Taz, Kiara, and Vice already have coverage because they're all resistant to fire, right?
Yes, yeah, we're all resistant to double.
So it's going to be me and Oash.
Thank
and
you.
Is there anyone else who needs? Does Darren need it? He's probably.
Darren's on my person and is currently manifested as ethereal, so I think he's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna make any saves.
No, everyone else is good.
Okay, all right. So it's me and Oash. Just real quick.
It's resistance?
It is resistance. You have resistance to all damage.
Okay, so tell me if you keep in mind, did anyone not pass 18? 18 dex save. Okay, Oash.
Gotta make that dex save. Hold on.
All right.
I also did very badly.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20, so I'm good.
A dirty 20.
I got a 22, so I'm taking no damage unless this does something with my evasion.
And no, half damage. Tazrael, you're not going to take anything because you're evasive. Okay, so Matthias and Awaish, 29 half to 15. You take 15 points of fire. 29 half to 14. 14 points of fire damage to Matthias and Awaish. Because
Ow.
you both avoided it, because you both passed your dex save and are resistant to fire. Kiara, 14 half to 7. You take 7 points of fire damage. Same thing. Let me check. Vice is incredibly dexterous. Vice also takes 7 points of fire damage. And Tazriel, you take none as this bomb explodes. As it goes off, every surface of the house shimmers with this imperceptible lattice of something. Like the robes that these men are wearing, though everything that looks like it would be wood, just kind of shimmers over like it's coated with this incredibly fine chainmail or something of some kind, or like it's made out of a metal that's meant to look like wood, but you realize everything in this house is not what the material it seems to be made out of.
What?
So
We're in a trap.
I will tell you above table, this character is a 17th level artificer.
Hot.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're so sexy. Oh.
So
Love
everything
it
in the house is not what it seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Chizo Crizo. That's a lot. That's a lot of levels.
That is Baron Crucible's turn. We are running a little bit close on time, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have us stop here.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Does our 17th level artificer say anything as the smoke clears from the bomb going off?
Yes, I will do that. As the smoke clears, the interesting thing, Tazriel, is that it's not that you don't you're not washed over with flame or anything like that. It's that you actually just managed to get out of the house and then back in as the bomb goes off. Like, you see it coming, you see him opening his hand, you're out and back in before it even goes off. He releases the bomb, you can see the teacups on the table, the tea in them just kind of falls to a standstill after the flames burst from this bomb. And coming down the stairs is a young man who looks very similar, but much younger, a young elven man, very similar to Mr. Crucible here, with another kind of hood up cloak. You wouldn't recognize him, but this is Sallow Crucible. And he says, well, as you can see, whoever you mentioned, Princess, is not here. I welcome you to search the house as you like, but unless you want me to show you a few more of the toys I've created, I would much rather you exit the premises. And that's where we're going to end session.
I cannot hear a VJ. I want to know what he's saying.
Every single one of them are dying. I don't care if Taz has to come back later in the middle of the night. All of them die.
We will end session there. We will not be here next week, I believe, because VJ is traveling. So wrapping up here, thank you guys so much for watching. Our maps are courtesy of One More Multiverse. They've got a Discord community. They are officially in their release of the platform. They're released, and they've got a bunch of cool games you can get on there, as well as Blades in the Dark, Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. They do a lot of awesome collaborations like that. Our music is courtesy of Soundtail. Thank you so much, Soundtail. And you can find previous episodes of Strange Hungers, our queer horror D&D campaign, on our YouTube, Total Party Kiss, as well as previous one-shots, other episodes of things that we've streamed on here. We recently streamed a one-shot of the Vineyard Tower of Atonement, which was very fun, with Is Friday, and our other D&D show, Tragedy of Theologian, on Sundays, I believe has an episode tomorrow, although we have to check in, which will be at, I think, 8:30 p.m. EST here on Twitch. Any other announcements or things that people wanted to let folks know that's coming up?
You can watch a show called In the Name Of coming up soon on Pixel Circus. I TD'd for that show, and it's really good. You should watch it. It's fucking rad. Blades in the Dark, but magical girls. It's I'll say this. It's just as deadly as Blades in the Dark, but it's magical girls, which is a very tasty little fusion. So get in on that.
Love it. Okay. Thank you so much. I do think that I'm not sure if we'll do a raid, but stick around. We will hopefully see you in a few weeks, and we're excited to have had you. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, friends.
Bye everybody.
Bye.